Hello and welcome to Voices from the Park, our listening project, where we hear about the lives and thoughts of some of the wonderful people of the South Pennines Park. Today, we're listening to...
I'm Emma Long and I'm a community and social practice artist, and I live in Haslingden in Rossendale in Lancashire. Haslingden is a former mill town. Prior to that, it was renowned more for its stone. The stone that was quarried here has actually been used to pave Trafalgar Square. It's also referred to as the Valley of the Hazels, which is taken from the name Haslingden, which is Hazeldean. It's a really beautiful location. We have a church here, which apparently is the highest church in England. There's also a series of 3 reservoirs over on the Grain Road. I really enjoy going out into the local landscape because there's a variety of terrain. You can go for a walk in the woodlands, you can go for a walk in the local parks, you can go up onto the tops, onto moorland. We've got an area up on Cribden Hill, which is renowned for its peat. You can go right up on top and get a really good view of the whole of the valley and see across to Manchester. And up at the Halo, which is a sculpture, part of the Panopticon Trail. You can even see across to Ingleborough in the Yorkshire Dales on a really clear day. My dad nurtured that in us. Every Sunday he'd take us out and it would be a walk in nature. He'd be spotting out different plants, and if we heard birds, he'd be telling you what type of bird it was. I feel that nature is really restorative for me, and I just really enjoy just observing all the different forms, colours and textures in nature. There's something really calming about being in nature. It never fails to inspire a sense of awe in me and wonder at just how beautiful the natural world is. And I have to get into it every day. Well, usually it's actually walking my dog, and usually I walk my dog with other friends who have dogs. Last year I had a commission from Beam to work on the launch of the South Pennines Park. I worked with the tenants who lived together housing development in Haslingden town centre. What came out of that was that people were really sort of devoted to the care of their plants, in that they even named them, gave them names. They had tales to tell about their plants, either that they'd inherited them from a grandma sadly passed away, and they'd had a cutting given to them and they'd nurtured it, and then it had grown into another plant. They'd passed part of that plant on to a friend. The other side of that, there was somebody I spoke to actually didn't do much for his plants, and yet they still continue to flourish and provide some joy in his life. Such a wide range of tales and stories behind plants, which has been fascinating to hear, really. This sense of wonder that people have for plants, and this idea of actually caring for something. One of the stories I did hear was one person was really struggling with their mental health, and actually the plant managed to get them going, because they understood that if they didn't get out of bed and water the plant, then the plant would die. The roots run deep, really. Up at the Halo, which is like a 15-minute walk from the town centre, it's uphill. For me, that is a barrier for people accessing it. But even now, with the health condition I've got, walking uphill, I have to do it at a slower pace. So I think we need to incorporate more rest points. It shouldn't be dominated by white voices, which has been the tradition. It's great now that more people from the marginalised communities are feeling like they can access rural spaces. That's gradually starting to shift, but there's so much work that has to be done yet. Calf Hay Reservoir is quite well used. You can drive there, people still rely on the cars, car sharing. I drive past people at a bus stop and I think, gosh, I could fit 3 of those people stood at that bus stop in my car.
Water, grit, blood and dirt, we're the proudest folk on earth. Pennines pulsing through our veins, bringing us home.